Hi everyone. Welcome to the introduction of the controls of this program that I wrote, which is called Xmxds. And this is basically a tool for DJing with your Nintendo DS, which I wrote. And it's like very simple, very bare bones, but it's also quite interesting to play with. Um, so I'm using now software like to show here the buttons that I'm going to play, and I will go briefly over the buttons that I mapped, like how they are related to the Nintendo DS buttons. So let's suppose, okay, let's start with the start button, which I really don't use in this program, which is the enter. And then there is the select button, which is the right shift. Then we have Z, which is the A button, X, which is the B button, then we have A, which is the, I guess it's the, okay, A is the, um, A is the X button on the Nintendo DS, and S is the Y button. And then we have Q and W, which are respectively L and R on the Nintendo DS. So that's it. If you get lost anyway, I will try to mention which key I'm pressing on the keyboard. uh, with with respect to the Nintendo DS mapping, of course. So you can see, okay, this is not exactly the opening screen. The opening screen is a little bit emptier without some information. Here I have already loaded a song. So to load a song, which is the first thing you have to do, you will just press the select button, and the select button will open a menu like this file browser. And here you will navigate some folders. Like for example, I go here in this directory XM. If I want to go back, I just press down and I go to this dire 2 points. 2 points is like go back. And that's more or less the navigation. If I want to get out of this menu, I just press the B button to go back. So select to go in and B to go out. If I actually want to select a song, I just have to go over the song, for example, this break.xm, and I press the A button. It will load, and yeah, it was exactly the song I already had open. Um, so that's for song loading. If you try to open a song which is not a .xm file, it will tell you cannot do it because it will only support XM files. So here you can see that the lower screen, the touch screen, allows you to see the channels. Actually, you only see this grid. You cannot see any more information for now. It will be very cool to show the, the waveform, like the information of what is playing when you're playing, but for now we don't have that. What you can do actually is to press the channel with the touch screen to mute and unmute the channels this way. So of course, when the song is going to play, you will be able to hear this in action. Some other information you can see the BPM and the tempo. So BPM is more or less something you can control with the arrows up and down, while the tempo I chose like to stick with the default tempo of the song because it gets really messy if you start also messing with the tempo. The BPM should be sufficient in order to like DJ with this tool. Then you can also see the song position, the hot cue position, and we will go over that for like in a moment. And basically, song position is telling you, okay, you currently are in this position in the song. Uh, yeah, in a pattern level. So this is the first pattern out of 26 patterns of the song. And you can basically consider the hot cue position to be the pointer to where the song is going to start when you are going to start the song. So for example, right now I am at pattern 1, which is also not playing. But if I want to start the pattern, it will start from the hot cue position, which is for now, of course, also pattern 1. But I can move that. We will go over that in a moment. The pattern can be looped. So you can see now that the loop is disabled, but I can press the X button, yeah, X button will go switch the loop from true to false, let's say, true and false, back and forth, like this. And yeah, that's useful when you want to loop over the same pattern. You can see also the node position. This will give you the information of which is your position inside the pattern. So it will give you an information on when the pattern is going to end. So this will be more clear when you're playing the song. Then we have the transposition, and the transposition is basically changed by the L and R button, and this is useful to change the key of a song. And of course, it's something that you want to do when you want to keep your mix in the same key. All your songs, maybe you want to keep them in the same key to have a very smooth mix. And that's it, more or less, for what you can see on screen. So now let's go over to starting actually the song. Okay, so let's start to play a song. I will press the A button. The A button basically will start the song when the song is muted, is paused, and it will pause the song when the song is playing. So if I press again, I stop it. If now I press the A button again, it will start not from the song position, which is second pattern. So you've heard that the song has started very fast with a short pattern, and after the pattern ended, it started with the drum beat, and that was the second pattern. So right now I am in the second pattern, but if I press A again, it will start from the hot cue position. So it will start again from the first pattern. It's convenient, of course, that you want to, at some point, move the position. And that is something you can do like this. So right now I have pressed the B button. And as soon as I press the B button, I will basically jump this position to the current song position. So let's suppose, for example, that the hot cue position is 1 and my song position is 2. Now if I press the B button, instantaneously the hot cue position jumps at least to the current position. And this is usually, it's convenient, let's say, from a practical standpoint of view. Then to move it, you just keep pressing the B button and you move left and right. And to move left and right means that you are increasing or decreasing the hot cue position. So you can jump basically to whichever point in the song you want. Let's stick with number 2. Yeah, of course, this means that you can start playing whatever pattern you want. But this hot cue position is useful also while you're playing the song to jump immediately to a new pattern. And I will show you that in a minute. So now also what I can do is to set the loop, pattern loop. So if I now press play and I keep playing over and over, it will stay on the second pattern position. So it will not move from here. Okay. So you can see that the note position is increasing, reaching the maximum. So it's basically going over the pattern, which is 64 notes long. And when the pattern finishes, it is starting over from the same pattern. It is not moving basically from this position because it's in a loop. Let's say that I want to stay in a loop for a while, but then I want to jump to another pattern, or maybe I just want to remove the loop. So if I just play and then I remove the loop like this, you can see that now this is increasing. Then I press loop again, and this is not increasing anymore. So the loop is very useful in this regard. Then, okay, let's say that from this position, which is 4, I want to jump to, let's say, position 12. To do it, basically, what I can do is start playing, then I keep pressing the B button, I move it to 12, and then what I do is press the Y button. So if I press the Y button, this is going to happen. The basically the loop will stay on, but the song position will instantaneously jump to 12. But the current pattern has to finish playing, and only after the current pattern finishes playing, it will actually jump to 12. So that, of course, is useful because you don't want to mess up your synchronization. So the pattern will update only when the pattern ends. So, okay, I did that wrong, sorry. So we are playing pattern 4. I go here, I press the Y button, like this. Okay, so the transition went very smooth because it was waiting for the pattern to end. And this is basically how the hot cue position works and how the Y button works. So the Y button will have you jump your song position to whatever hot cue you have selected. Okay, so now let's play a little bit with the BPM and transposition. Now, BPM has a little bit of a bug. So you can see that now the song is stopped. I can remove the loop. Yeah. Okay, the song is stopped. And if I press the Q, sorry, the the L and R buttons. Yeah. L and R buttons, the shoulder buttons. They move the transposition, no problem. If I change the pattern loop, it changes no problem, even if the song is stopped. But for some reason, there is currently a bug for which the BPM, if I press up and down, it doesn't update. It doesn't show at least that it's updated. But if I start the song, you will see that actually, as soon as you start the song, it will update to the BPM value you're changing it to. So the BPM is basically for due to this bug, graphical bug, let's say, it's only showing the value, the updated value when you are playing the song. So this is a little bit of a minor inconvenience at the moment. So let's suppose I want to drop down the BPM. I play the song and I start slowing it now. Okay, you can hear the song is slower. Then if I go up again, it becomes faster. Yeah, like this. So what I can do is, for example, so to change the transposition while playing. Okay, you can hear the effect very, very clearly. Okay, so let's take a look at muting and unmuting channels. So if I play the song and I start muting some channels, you can hear no longer the drums, let's say. Okay, here in channel 6 there was the voice of the famous break, let's say. Okay, I did a little bit of a mess, but yeah, you got the idea. So every channel can be muted while the song is playing, and that can turn out to be very useful during mixing. And then I think we covered almost everything.